Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As you probably know, the Azov regiment or battalion surrendered, or most of it surrendered in Azovstal steel plant in Mariupol in May, end of May. And if you remember, they were in that plant for a few weeks and eventually they came out surrendering to the Russians. The Russians took them, pushed them here and there, and they are in, in certain camps, interrogated, I'm assuming, at this moment. They're prisoners of war. The Russians claim that they are mercenaries, they are whatever they are. This is the situation we are in. There were some articles right after that surrender that the leaders, the commanders of Azov regiment were taken from the liberated, occupied, however you want to call them, Donetsk, Lugansk, wherever they were placed in prisoner camps. So these leaders, the commanders, were taken to Russia in a special facility over there for more interrogation. Probably they have better staff over there and better location and all that, you know what I mean. So now there's a Prokopenko, I think is his name. Let me verify because it's going to be about this guy. His name is Prokopenko. He is the commander of the Azov Battalion who surrendered and was taken into captivity by the Russians. And he's been in contact with his wife and who knows with whom else, because the Russians allowed him to. And after that incident from that village Olevnica, where a bunch of prisoners from Azovstal steel plant from Azov Battalion were blown up, the Russians say it was the Ukrainians somehow say it was the Russians. He was put in front of the camera and he spoke about that incident. I think that was the last time he was in the area, and now they say, well, he was moved to Moscow or to Russia. I thought the other ones were moved to Russia, to Moscow. And if you remember, a lot of people who were moved to Russia did not return, and one of them who returned was Marshal Paulus, the one from Stalingrad, when he came out and he surrendered however you want to call it, in some people's eyes, that he didn't go till the end. That's why he was made a field marshal, I think, by, I was about to say Putin, by Hitler in the last moments, hoping that no field marshal surrendered to anybody. So they all expected him to do what was expected from a military, but instead he surrendered. So then everybody was like, what? Jesus Christ. All right, so let's go with this prisoner. This article comes from Ukrainska Pravda from August 14th, 2022. Azov regiment commander Prokopenko taken to Russia, according to his wife. I thought that he was taken earlier, but no. Russian media have reported that Denis Prokopenko, commander of the Azov regiment or battalion, has been taken to Russia, but government agencies and the Red Cross have yet to confirm this. The source is Katerina Prokopenko. So the source is his wife, Katerina Prokopenko, wife of Azov regiment commander Denis Prokopenko, in interview for Suspilne, or Suspiline, something like this. Quote from Katerina: I only know that he was taken to Russia, and generally speaking, this has not been confirmed yet. I found out about Denis's whereabouts through Russian media. Government agencies have not definitely confirmed it to me, because it is difficult to confirm anything here. I understand that Russia has now hidden the command staff. They are hiding the other soldiers and officers and not disclosing where they are. I wonder why. Is it because the Ukrainians want to blow them up and these guys want to keep them for statements? We are waiting to see what happens. It's basic, she said, it's basically the Red Cross's job to answer me, but I still don't know where my husband is. Even if he is in Russia. There is in principle communication with the Moscow branch of the Red Cross, but there isn't. This means that there may be some kind of agreement with the same authorities in Russia so as not to give out information about his whereabouts, etc. Now, details. Katerina Prokopenko complained about the Red Cross's communication with relatives. She said that there were cases when the Red Cross had called relatives and reported that their sons were in Olevnica, that's the one where they were blown up, or Novoazovsk, but these cases are very rare. Most cases are reports of their whereabouts. But when it comes to issues of health, nutrition, food conditions, torture, medical care, representatives of the international organizations do not have answers, although they should provide them. The case of the tragedy of Olenivka is a vivid illustration of this. And quote, we were there. Why were there no representatives in Olevnica who would have seen that these people who were moved to those terrible barracks were missing from the list in the barracks? Why? Okay, so she just goes with that Olevnica, which I do not comment on that. I made a video on that incident, and it's only they who know who did it and who's responsible, because they point fingers at one another, and since they all lie, and it's useless to even try to figure things out. But if you remember, in that incident with Olevnica, the Ukrainian intelligence stated that they had some communication between the Russians saying that the Russian military blew them up. Boom. And then they had another article where they said it was another communique where they said the Ukrainian military stated, not intelligence services, military over there, that said that no, actually it was the Wagner group, the mercenaries, the Wagner group. They did it, and it was two. And then none of these two talk about the other one. So there were two independents. So which one is it? Someone is lying here, because they didn't say, oh, it was the Russian army and it was not never or it was just these guys, and then another one was just these guys with no communication between them. So they must have lied on their own and point the fingers to whomever. But that's this. Let's see what's going on with this commander. This commander, probably he was searching everywhere, any cavity that he might have. He was interrogated. I'm 100% certain, and that's not a oh my god genius moment. He probably, and if they didn't, but I think now is the basic procedure, videotaped, gave all kind of statements, signed those statements, made all kind of statements in front of the camera, and so on. Or if they didn't do it yet, they wait for time to pass until they get him broken, and he will say whatever they want him to say. So they want him to say this, he's gonna say it. Otherwise, he's just gonna be, I don't know. You know what you do with prisoners. You're gonna be probably exchanged for someone else of a big value. Which, if you're done with this guy, you got everything extracted out of him. You don't keep him anymore. Like Paulus, he was returned to Democratic Republic of Germany in 52 or 50, something like that, and he died after that in about 2, 3, 5 years, and that was it with Paulus. So I don't know what's gonna happen with this guy, but I thought they were already in Moscow. Well, I don't know where he is, but he's alive, so that's good, I guess. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.